Okay, now I want to do the next story. We're going to tell it together. So I have no idea where it's going. We're going to start off just by asking a few questions about what do we want to tell a story about. Okay, I'm going to go with you because your hand was up first.
The Oogly Boogly Monster.
The Oogly Boogly Monster. Now, can somebody tell me what the Oogly Boogly Monster looked like? Is this from a real book? Is this something?
No, I totally made it up.
Okay, the Oogly Boogly Monster. Tell me something about what he looked like.
He's purple and he has a bit coming out his head with a light on the end.
He's purple and he has a bit coming out of his head with a light on the end. Okay, somebody else tell me something else about him.
He eats cubs. He eats Cub Scouts.
He eats Cub Scouts. Now, are you a Cub Scout?
Yes.
Oh dear, that's going to be a
Literally
problem.
what he does is he goes through the forest, walking his massive, huge dog, and then he eats cubs. And I think that's where Jem went on our cubs trip. Because we went on this hike, and then Jem was there, and then this lady walked by and he wasn't there.
Okay.
Yes, seriously.
Well, that's it. We've got the Oogly Boogly Monster, but this isn't about a particular that. Now, we need someone else in this story. Who would you like?
A mermaid.
A mermaid. Now, okay, so the Oogly Boogly Monster was one day walking beside the sea. And when he looked out of the corner of his eyes, he heard some singing. And the singing, it sounded wonderful. It sounded eerie. He couldn't quite get his ears to stop listening. He just wanted to hear the voice of this singing. And so he walked to the sea. He walked closer and closer, and he came across this mermaid. And what was she singing? Twinkle, twinkle. Good. Now, when he heard this singing, he was enthralled. What was he going to do? Well, he came to the mermaid, and she looked at him and said, "You, I need you to do something for me." What did she need him to do? Okay.
She needed him. She was a princess mermaid, and she lost her a special pearl necklace, and she wanted it on the shore, and she couldn't go to the shore because she wasn't mermaid. She needed to get it for her.
Okay. So she'd lost her pearl necklace. Someone had taken it. Maybe it was the... Who do you think had taken it?
Oogly Boogly Monster's sister.
The Oogly Boogly Monster's sister. Okay. And so it was very important that the Oogly Boogly Monster came, and he had to get it back from his sister. To give it back. But when he said, "Okay, I'll do this for you, mermaid, but you must do one thing for me." Hang on, you guys have said quite a bit. Would anybody else like to?
Make him pretty. Everyone likes it.
Okay, I like that. The Oogly Boogly Monster wanted to be pretty. So, he said to the mermaid, I will do this for you, but you must make me pretty in return. So, the Oogly Boogly Monster set off to find his sister. But his sister didn't live where he lived. His sister lived a long way away in the land of...
Medusa.
Medusa? Oh dear, I don't want to go near her. Okay. She's quite scary, Medusa.
I made one, in this book I got, there's a Medusa made out of loom bands.
Oh, right.
But it's like really tricky.
I'm not intending to look at that, though.
Because she looks like a jester.
I might turn into a loom band.
My eyes are like loom bands. Mummy thinks, because I said they were multicoloured and Mummy thinks they're like loom bands.
Okay, so his sister, the Oogly Boogly Monster's sister, actually happened to be the Oogly Boogly Medusa. So he didn't just have the one antenna coming out, she had crazy snakes, but she still was purple. Yes?
Actually, the Oogly Boogly Monster's sister is pink.
It's pink. Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
It does.
That makes sense. We'll work with that. So, this Oogly Boogly Monster went to find his sister Oogly Boogly Monster. So he set off on the journey. Now, as he was going, there was something that got in his way.
A rock.
A rock.
Like, when I say a rock, I mean like literally like a pebble.
A pebble.
Yeah. And
Okay.
he just
He got in the way, this rock was in his way, and he wanted to get past it, but he went to kick this rock out of his way. But his foot stopped, and he flew backwards.
I thought you were just going to kick it, and he just goes away.
Well, now he came back, and he wanted to pass this rock again, because this was the only path through the mountains. But the rock was... There was something about it that stopped him from walking around it. It was on a very narrow path, and he tried to step over it. Something stopped him from being able to step over it.
He was doing gymnastics.
He was doing gymnastics, yeah.
He just got the sudden urge to do gymnastics.
Because the Oogly Boogly Monster has got so fat legs that he can't only step that far.
That's right. The Oogly Monster's legs are so fat and he struggles to walk. So when he got to the big stone, the only thing he could do was try to kick it out of the way. And eventually he tripped over the stone. He did. And as he climbed back up again, he was past the stone. So he was able to carry on. And he made it to his sister. And his sister was wearing the pearl necklace. Had to use a few loom bands to stretch it. The mermaid's neck was a little bit thinner than hers.
Very thin.
And as he approached his sister, well, he was like this. Sis. Let's do this.
Yeah,
Just remember.
because he's like the Gorgon, so then he might turn to stone.
He couldn't look at her. In fact, what did he need so he could talk to his sister properly? Yes.
A metal mask with that, like, see-through clips in.
Well, like one of those engineer masks
Yeah.
where they go like...
With mirrors, so that everything he saw was through this mirror.
Oh yeah, because then she can look at herself and turn to stone. Then he can take the necklace.
But if she was his sister,
So.
do you think he should have turned her back to... He wanted to talk to her, he just didn't want to have to... So he used a mirror that kind of only reflected some of her shape. It wasn't. It was a fuzzy mirror, so he could see where she was. Okay. And it said, "Sister, can I have the necklace back?" And his sister said,
No.
No, you stupid person.
He said, "If you will call me stupid like that, then I'm going to have to take this necklace back." And she said, "No, no." And the two of them fought. And he was looking through these mirrors, so it was a bit difficult. She could look at him properly, so she found it a bit easier. Who do you think won the fight?
The sister Oogly Boogly.
Oh, I wanted the Oogly Boogly one to win, so then he could steal the necklace.
Okay, I'm with you. But unfortunately, the sister did win the fight.
Oh.
And so now this Oogly Boogly Monster was stuck. He pleaded and said, "Sister, if you give me the mermaid's necklace, I will
Give you sweets.
give you sweets."
I don't think
Well, that was it. His sister was won. She gave him the necklace. And the Oogly Boogly took the necklace back to the mermaid. He fell over the rock again, en route. And once he got back to the mermaid, he gave her the necklace. And the mermaid
Made him pretty.
made him pretty. How did she make him pretty?
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Go for it.
By like getting this massive bottle of paint and just splunking it all on his head. So then he was pink, like the Oogly Boogly sister. So then when everyone walked by, he would just like be like his sister.
And then they'll think he's the sister.
Well, now that the Oogly Boogly Monster was pretty, he was able to go into the shops in the town and no one was scared of him. And so he went and he bought some,
Cucumber!
Sweet.
and he had to make his way back to his sister, and he said to her, "Sister, I've got the sweets."
Did he get over the wall?
I assume so. He got over the rock and he got to his sister and said, "Here are the sweets," and he left. And now the Oogly Boogly Monster was a much prettier Oogly Boogly Monster. And he lived much happier after that.
On the way there,
Yeah.
he tripped over the rock.
Yes, he probably did. That rock was really the bane of his life. Okay. So that is the end of our story. Now we've told this story together. Now you guys can remember this story, right? Yeah. And if things change when you're telling the story, that's obviously completely fine. But this is your story, so you should take it and you should tell it to people.